going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Eat your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys having a great night so far. Happy Friday. Friday. Congratulations on making it to the end of the week. Yeah, I've got a good one. I've got a long one. It's I got one hearing. It's not long. It's about 50 minutes long with me talking and constantly interrupting. It'll probably end up being about an hour and 25 minutes. That's going to be my guess. But this 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 woman, she's getting evicted and she decides to sue her landlord for $100,000. Yeah, just wait till you hear it. Just wait till you hear it. Also, sorry, I was about 30 seconds late tonight. I was over at Biggins and he is playing a great video right now and I could not get away. So I apologize for that. Anyways, let's get started. You guys are awesome. Before I hit that play button, you already know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
Janet Strickland versus Cedric Henry and all other occupants. All right, so that appeal will be dismissed. All right, so Ms. Barksdale on 100 Riverview versus Parker and all others. Is there someone here on behalf of Parker and all others? Ms. Parker?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay. Is it Aja?
Ahija.
Ahija. All right, so Miss Ahija Parker is here on behalf of Parker and all others, and that's it. Just says Parker. I didn't have your first name on the calendar. And Miss Barksdale, you're here on behalf of 100 Riverview. Is this this is an appeal from Magistrate Court? Is this a commercial lease or residential?
This is a residential lease, Your Honor, but if you would notice that we had an order for Ms. Parker to pay the rent into the court while this was pending, and she's not paid any monies into the court. We were in court in March, and the judge issued an order. This is actually a transfer case because Ms. Parker filed a counterclaim for $100,000, and the judge transferred the case to your court, state court. And with that transfer, the order required that she pay the rent into the register of the court until this was disposed of, but she's failed to do that. But we're ready to move forward with the entire case today if the judge will hear it.
Okay, so Ms. Parker, two things. So you file an appeal from Magistrate Court. So I get to hear the case, what they call de novo, but the appeal has requirements. So one of the requirements for me being able to hear the case is that you pay into the registry of the court any rent that would have been due with respect to the underlying judgment. So if the court said that, you know, the plaintiff is entitled to possession of the property and rent from a said date, and then you say, well, I want to appeal, then you're required per the order of the court to pay into the registry of the court any money that should have been paid as part of the rent to preserve your right to appeal. So have you paid any money into the registry of the court?
No, I have not, but I want to say that I can't really hear you guys fully. It's a alarm going on outside that has been going on for hours and they haven't came and turned it off. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can't hear you guys or think straightly. It's been going on for hours.
Okay, we hear you just fine, and I don't hear any alarm.
Right off the bat. No, I haven't paid any of this money. Just wait till you hear how much money she owes. It's kind of crazy that she owes, I don't want to spoil it, but she owes a lot of money. A lot of money.
But it's probably because of the weather.
No, this is the second time within a week that this alarm has gone off. The fire department came to the apartment and
But can you go into like a closet, a bathroom, somewhere where you have the ability to close the like the opening off?
I'll still be able to hear it. It was
Okay,
playing
well,
even louder inside of the apartment. Let me see, can you guys hear it? They haven't came and turned it off. And I think it was not this Sunday, but the Sunday before last, it was going off, and it was going off in the apartment, and it was late at night. It was going off for hours. And
okay, but ma'am, that has nothing to do with what I'm trying to ask you. I hear you just fine, and I don't hear anything in the background. So, I'm not saying that something's not going off, but it's not affecting my ability to hear you and to go forward with this.
Well,
So,
can I text? I think it's the property manager right there. Could she have somebody try to come out and turn it
okay,
off?
that you can contact her after the hearing, but we're here for the hearing on the dispossession.
I want to add $25,000 to my $100,000 lawsuit because of this alarm that's going off outside that you can't hear and no one else can. So please add that to my lawsuit, please. Thank you.
You filed $100,000 counterclaim. What's
Mhm.
that?
Noise disturbances like this, they don't come and fix anything.
Okay, so for a counterclaim, there has
MB.
to be damage.
Very
And
damaged. Yes, ma'am. That's what I was getting to. I haven't stated everything. I'm sorry for cutting you off though.
okay, go ahead.
As well as water damage from the ceiling dripping everywhere. The ceiling is falling in certain areas. And as well as there's a bug issue with roaches and centipedes, spiders and millipedes, and the stuff has came into my personal property as well as my furniture. The bugs have infested into my property.
Okay, so what are you able to document $100,000 worth of damage?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what can you tell me what has been damaged in $100,000 worth?
Yes, ma'am. It's a 2-bedroom. I have beds and dressers and nightstands as well as my sofa and my table, and I have sewing machines and things of that nature and fabric that has been infested into.
Okay. And so how long have you rented the apartment?
Since February last year.
And how much is your rent?
Um, about $1,700 a month.
Okay, and when did you stop paying rent?
Was it August or July of last year, because they have not solved the any issues, and the infestation issue has gotten severely worse. And if I have them, I know everybody else in the complex.
All right. You heard her. $1,700 a month. She has not paid rent for a year. How is she still there? 1 year of not paying a dime. Now, she's gonna get into the water issues. The water issues are legit. You're gonna see the pictures. She has a rightful claim on the water issues. The bug issues, I don't know if that's real or not, but yeah, yeah. It's it's a long time to not pay rent and still be living there. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't, you're here before me. I can't handle anything for somebody else.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so do you have receipts, that you have had items, damaged to the tune of $100,000?
I don't have receipt. You mean like, okay, yes, I have picture and video proof of um
Okay, so let's go back. Let me talk to you about a couple of things. So you said you've been renting the place since February. Your rent is $1,700 per month. But there are issues with an insect infestation and water damage. Did you give them notice in writing that you had water damage or an insect infestation?
Yes, ma'am, as well as there being a monthly fee is always charged for a pest control.
Okay. When did you tell them in writing that you had the water damage issue and the insect issue?
Through email. I can't tell you the exact date, but
Well,
sporadically I
can
would
you pull up
email
your
them.
email?
Yes, let me get my phone 1 second.
All right, that's actually a better claim than what she's claiming. Yeah, the roaches are taking my place hostage. They're demanding $50,000, so I'm putting it onto the landlord. But if I give the roaches $50,000 to find a new home, they'll leave, and then I'll catch up on rent with the other 50,000. Ah, anyways, thank you so much. You know what? I'm gonna say it the correct way this time. Drunk Beaver Productions. Definitely not Jay Hart. Thanks so much, buddy. I appreciate it.
All right, I'll be back in a second.
Hey, what's up, Smart Tech? And welcome. Welcome. I think we have a few periods in this video where there's some downtime. And every time that I go through these videos to edit, I was like, I'm not gonna take it out. So I'll just wait and I'll use this time to talk to everybody. And I always forget they're here, you know, because I'm awesome at this. Whatever whatever this thing is they call editing, I'm so good at. But how's everyone doing this evening? You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And now I don't have anything else to say. Um, I got a long soft sit video to play tomorrow morning. That's something that's coming up. Oh, here
Ma'am, raise your
she's back.
right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes.
All right. So now you said you've given them notice of water damage. What date was that?
Let me see. Wait 1 second, please. I found one email that dates back to October 2023. And someone in the leasing office stated that the Terminex tech will be coming out, but
No,
also,
what did you say?
um, I don't know if you see this, but I said that, I'm trying to get to the beginning. Okay, here it is. I said that I'm contacting you because there's a really bad infestation of roaches and other bugs in my apartment. I moved in February and I notified the exterminator and I notified and got the exterminator to come a few times, but they never left. I've spent the duration of my stay living here and spending my own money to get rid of them, even though I get charged for a pest control fee.
Okay. How much do you have records of how much you spent for pest control?
Yes, I have receipts and I have the bottles of different types of spray that I've tried to use, but they have not went away.
Okay. And when did you start treating for the infestation?
I'd say around maybe May of last year when I realized that the solutions that Terminates would come spray and put down into my apartment was not working.
Okay. And how much do you think you spent on pest control?
I'd say about maybe $120 sprays.
All right. So now the water damage. When did you?
All right, $100,000 minus 120, minus $120. We're getting somewhere. We're getting there. You know, I'm sure she has receipts for everything. We're gonna get to zero if we subtract it, or we can go up. You know, we got to get to 100,000, so we're at 120. But you know what? First drop in the bucket. That's all you gotta do. I'm sure she's gonna turn on the faucet, and we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna get to the bottom.
Let the complex know that you had water damage issues?
I let them know immediately. It's happened in different places. I would go put in a request on their portal on their website.
Okay. And what in your apartment, what's been damaged by water issues?
Um, my bed in my main bedroom, and then which was coming out of the bathroom in the main bedroom from up under the sink. It was like a pipe bust or something like that. The maintenance man had to come fix that, and then in the um second bedroom there was like water gushing out of the fire alarm thing, the circular one. It was water gushing out. I had to put a bucket down, and that also got on my bed and my dresser in there as well, and my clothes I had on a rack.
Okay, so how much do you estimate that damage was?
With the water damage, I'd say about half of what I'm trying to get, 50,000.
So your bed was,
The water damage cost about half of it.
no, what I'm saying is the value of the bed that you had. What was the value of the bed when you bought it new?
Um, the Okay, I'm gonna tell you both the bed and then the bed frame. You want both combined?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The main bed, well, I would say it was probably about 6,000 together, but with the bed and then the frame.
Okay.
Hey everybody, hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully. Sorry everybody, my internet just dipped. My internet just back up and then went right back down. And I tried to say this All right. Attempt number 4. I don't know if you guys have heard me at all throughout this, but this is the 4th time I've gone down and come back up. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm gonna try to. Nope. Dial in. Yeah, my internet connection keeps going up and down. The meter just keeps going full to zero to full to zero. So I don't even know if it's worth starting the video. All right, slowly going back up. All right, let's try. Hopefully I'm good now. This is amazing. All right. I did get a rough timestamp before I lost connection. We were at 1340. We're about here. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope I don't lose it again. I mean, that was 4 times that I got it back and it dropped instantly. So hopefully we're good now. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out.
The number on it, I say from the water coming down from the fire detector, I'd say that was probably about 10,000 in damage with my clothes and my fabric as well on the rack.
All right. All right. Did you have anything else?
It's just been a lot of discrepancies and issues, and it's been affecting me both mentally and it's just been a very disturbing experience, and to know that there hasn't been any help given from the complex. It's just been a lot of other stuff as well, and a lot of harassment and just
Did you
a lot of stuff.
did you ever indicate to property management that you wish to leave the property because of these issues?
No, ma'am, I asked them to fix the things. I'm not originally from this state, so I wouldn't have anywhere to go.
Okay. All right. So far what I have is $16,800. $16,800 is what you're claiming.
Yes, ma'am. No, wait,
That's in
we didn't go over this.
damages. And then you said $120 in pest control.
We didn't go over my sofa and my table, and as well as they're in the cabinets. They go, I don't know how they get into the refrigerator. They're everywhere. I can't wake up or walk around, excuse me, without seeing a bug. They literally weaved into every part of not only the apartment but my life. I go outside and I open my purse and it's one crawling out of my purse. I didn't come here with bugs.
Okay. All right. All right, Miss Barksdale, anything on behalf of your client?
I'd like to ask a few questions, Ms. Parker, please.
Sure.
Ms. Parker, now your lease expired at the property on January of 2024, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And since January 2024, you have been there on a month-to-month lease, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And each month that lease renewed, you could have vacated the property, correct?
I'm not sure if that's correct. I never never agreed to them to month to month. I've been waiting to come before the judge so that I can.
You've not signed a new lease. You've not signed a new lease since January 24, have you?
No.
And the lease that you signed with this property was for February of 2022, and it ended in January of 2024, correct?
No, I signed it in 2023.
But it ended in January of 2024, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And so you have not signed a new lease to even have you still residing in the property, correct?
No, I have not.
Okay. And you were required also to have personal property insurance, correct?
Yes.
And you didn't have it, did you?
Ma'am?
You did not purchase personal property insurance?
Yes, I did have it, yes.
Okay. Did you reach out to your insurance company for payment of your personal items?
I didn't want to reach out to them because it was up. I was under the impression that since it was The apartment caused the damage. I didn't want to do.
All right. Yeah, Mayor, I saw your message. I don't want to click on anything right now because my internet's going up and down. But yeah, Mayor's celebration of life for his deceased is tomorrow. Mayor, what time does it start? Can you remind me? I know it's in the morning. I feel like it might be 10:30, 10 or 10:30. I feel like I remember. I might be just throwing that to the wind though. But click on the link that Jedi posted, and yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it. But I don't remember the exact start time. I know it's in the morning. 11. Okay, it's at 11. All right. Thank you, Jedi. Thank you.
That.
Okay. And so how did you come to those comparable damages for your bed? Did you go out to find another bed similar to the one that you had?
Yes, ma'am.
And where did you go?
The same place I got it from. I got it from my original the hometown where I got it from,
Where's your hometown?
Jacksonville, Florida.
So you went back to Jacksonville, Florida to look for that same bed.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you take pictures of the bed you looked at?
No, ma'am.
When did you go back to Jacksonville looking for the bed?
When was probably about 3 months ago when I went back.
Just 3 months ago. So today is July. So that would have been in May of this year. May, June, July.
April.
Okay. And
Yes.
so and you filed this counterclaim in when we filed this dispossession was in August of 2023, correct?
Yes.
And you filed a counterclaim to our dispossessory that was filed in August of 2023, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And so the last time you paid rent on this property was July of 2023, correct?
Yes.
And at no time did you go into the office to tell them that your bed was damaged, correct?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
Okay. And so when you went back to Jacksonville, tell me the name of the store that you visited.
Let me get the name.
Hey, all the Biggin Raiders. Thank you so much for coming. Biggin. Biggin, that was an awesome video. Well, it was an awesome video when I had to leave to come start my stream. I cannot wait to see the end of it. I was watching the kid kicking the car, making threats. Yeah, yeah. That's the video I was watching when I left, and I cannot wait to go back and finish that video. Biggin, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome all to the Raiders. Welcome everyone that's raiding. Yeah, words are hard. Words are hard. It's the end of the week. We're all excused on words on Friday nights, right? All right. To catch everybody up, we're not too far into this, but the tenant is the one in the bottom left of the screen holding her phone right now. And as I'm paused, she's bottom left. She is being evicted, and she decided to sue her landlord for $100,000. So the judge and the attorney for the landlord are questioning her right now on how she got $100,000 worth of damages. That's where we're at. They're in the middle of questioning now, and it's not going well for the tenant. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And of course, as always, I always find the places to pause where I don't need to pause. I could have just said everything I just said while they're looking up information.
The name of the place is Furniture Source. I believe that's the name, Furniture Source.
Furniture Source, and it's located where?
In Jacksonville, Florida, on Blanding.
Okay. And what date did you purchase the bed initially?
I don't remember. I'm not sure.
And what did you pay for the bed initially?
Around the same price with everything included. It was about the $6,000 I said.
So you don't know when you purchased it, but you do know that it was about the same price 3 months ago, right?
No, what I'm saying is that that's about how much I paid for. Can't remember how much the bed was when I went back.
So you just went back 3 months ago, correct?
Yes.
And you went back so that you provide the court with the cost of that bed, correct?
No, I went back to ask them about a warranty.
Okay. So, but you presented to the court today that that bed was worth $6,000.
Yes, I have receipts I can find of the bed and the stuff costing that much.
Did you file those receipts with your counterclaim?
No, I wasn't sure how to file it online as well as my pictures and evidence of the damage.
Okay. And do you have any receipts for pest control damage to your property?
You really mean like me going to get outside sourced
Yes.
pest control?
Yes, ma'am.
Not of that, but I have receipts of me purchasing products from the store.
Okay. So did you tell the court that you purchased products or you went out and got outside sources?
I told her that I purchased the stuff.
Okay. And how did you come up to the cost of 120?
The receipts.
Okay, where did you go purchase it?
I've been to Home Depot. I've getting, I think it's an ortho treatment. I've got a lot of bottles of those. I went to Target and they have different types of sprays. One that I can call out is a peppermint bug spray that treats different types of bugs that's supposed to keep them away. And I've been to Walmart and have bought bait as well as I think it's boric acid that's supposed to they're supposed to ingest it and then die. So yeah, I think those are the main three stores that I've bought things from.
Did you give a date on when the property started leaking?
It's happened sporadically. So whenever it happens, it's never nothing that's like how can I say, it's never nothing that's small. It's always something that's big. So I have to call them immediately or email them so somebody can come out and fix it then.
Give me a guesstimate of the first time you called them about the leak.
It was probably around May or June last year. The ceiling in the kitchen was leaking. And then they came in. I don't know what they did. It just seemed like they just painted over it.
Okay. And are you still in the property?
Yes.
Is the property fit to live in?
I don't think so, no.
But you're still there?
Yes.
And we filed his dispossession August of 2023, right?
Yes.
And is now, tomorrow will be August 1st, a year ago.
Yes.
It's not fit to live in, but you're still there, right?
I don't have anywhere else to go.
Okay. Judge, I have no further questions for her. I would like to ask my client a few questions, Judge.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Ms. Barksdale, you can go ahead. Your client's name?
Miss Ashley Amiga.
Amager.
Please
Okay.
raise your right hand.
Yes.
Do you affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
And you're Miss Amiga?
Amager, yes.
Amager, and you employed by 100 Riverview Owners Dayrise Residential?
Yes.
And what is your position?
I'm the property manager here.
You're the property manager?
Yes, ma'am.
Before today, have you met Miss Parker?
Yes.
Okay, you heard what she testified about leaks in the property. Tell the court what you know about leaks happening in this property.
The only email that I received, not email, I'm sorry, the only work request that was put in regards to any leaking for the ceiling was done on April the 24th, 2023. And at that time, she was leaking and we came out and addressed it as she did say. The vendor, when they came out, they assess the damage, wait till the water dries, make sure that make sure there's no further leakage. And then from there, they'll repair the damages.
Was there, based on April 24th, 2023, when she had that leak, do you recall what date you all repaired it? How long was it after the time she called it in or you knew about it?
Give me 1 second. I can find out based upon when I have the invoice. Give me 2 seconds and I'm gonna pull that up.
Her rent is $1,700 a month, so I doubt it. For everyone who joined from Biggins Raid, again, once again, thank you, Biggin, for the raid. But her rent is $1,700 a month. She hasn't paid in a year. I think it's been right at a year. I don't know. I think we figured out it was 12 months. So she hasn't paid rent in a year, maybe 13, maybe 11, right around there though. And she's making all these wild claims. Yeah, but she successfully prolonged her eviction, and I think that's what her goal was. But yeah, $100,000. Yeah, and she's only proven $120 so far. She has receipts for bug spray that cost her $120.
Just 1 second, thank
Sorry.
Okay.
The rain has got my system moving a little slow, so bear with me. Here it comes.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Paracord Channel. I appreciate the 3 months. Should be 11 months. Yeah, I mean, I haven't even been.
4/27/2023.
Hold on, the judge is off the bench.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I haven't even been monetized for 11 months, but that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I wish it was 11 months. Mayor, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships, and welcome to the 5 new members. Thank you so much, Mayor. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah. The thing is, she does actually have water
you. All right, I'm
damage.
sorry,
Okay.
continue.
I don't want to spoil this, but she will actually show evidence of water damage. She just didn't go about it the right way. Definitely nowhere close to $100,000, but she did have water damage. She could have actually gotten some of the money back, but not $100,000 worth.
Okay, Miss Amiga, can you tell the judge, you said she called in a work order for the leakage on April 24th, 23, correct?
Yes,
And what date did you all get it repaired?
the contractor came on 4/27/2023.
And was it repaired on that day?
It was.
And since April 27, 2023, did you have any more calls for that particular leak?
No, I did not.
Did you have any calls for pest control?
Not to my knowledge, I have not. I can pull my pest control records to see how many times she's been placed on pest control, but they have to request that. And they have to request that prior to Monday coming.
Okay, so off the top of your head, you don't know if she's requested.
I believe once or twice, I think she had a clean out. Hold on 1 second, I can tell you. Give me 1 second.
And while you're looking for that, what is the clean out?
Is where they come in and they suck up all the roaches out of the cabinets, appliances, they pull out
That
the.
never happened. That has never happened. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that
Ms.
has.
Parker, you can't interrupt her. She let you talk and she didn't interrupt you
Yeah,
at
I'm
all.
sorry. I didn't know that, but that has never happened. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back on mute.
Thank you.
So what
Go
is a
ahead.
suck out, a clean out?
So the clean out is where when they come in, they'll suck out all the roaches out of the refrigerator, out of the dishwasher. They pull those out. They pull out, as long as the resident has cleaned out all cabinetry of their own personal items, they suck out the roaches from there too. They go in any cracks, any crevices they can, and they pull and they suck them out into this vacuum. The resident has to be out of the home for a minimum of 3 hours for this procedure to take place because of the extensive amount of time and work and chemicals that they use.
Is this a service that you request or is it automatic?
So it's a service that they can request, or if we've noticed that they've been put on pest control quite often and they continue to have issues, we will suggest it for them and we will go ahead and reach out and let the resident know. But there is a form that they have to fill out in a checklist.
Do you see her record where she called in for pest?
All right, I'm gonna say this. Just the fact that this is a service that is ongoing at wherever she lives, I'm guessing it happens. So I don't think she's lying about the bugs. And I live in a building with, let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six. There's 10 units in the building that I live in. If one of us got bugs, I'm pretty sure every one of us would have them. Just saying, it is gross. You guys are all right. It is gross, but yeah, still $100,000. Also, move. Just move.
Pest control?
I'm grabbing the file now. My assistant is grabbing the binder for that.
Okay, let's move forward because it's time. Okay.
This is in Georgia. I don't remember exactly where, but Clayton. What does it say? Clayton State 304. Yeah, I don't know. It's in Georgia, somewhere in Georgia.
And so other than that, the leak is y'all repaired within 3 days, and you've not gotten any more calls on it. And that's all you did. When did you go on the property yourself during that April 24th or 27th time?
I did not, and soon after,
she
go
Did she
ahead.
report anything about personal property damage?
No, ma'am, not to me, she
Okay.
did not.
Okay. Yeah, I'm satisfied with her testimony. I know this time is winding down, so I'm satisfied with that.
All right, Ms. Parker, did you have any questions of this witness on behalf of the complex?
I can only ask questions.
Right now, yes, ma'am.
Okay, you said that that this apartment received a clean out, but do you have any proof showing that? Because I never received that, and I never even knew that I could request a
Is
clean
that a
out. I
question,
never
Judge?
got
Is
it
she
in writing.
testifying? If she would please ask the question.
Yeah,
I
ma'am.
asked a question. Could she have any evidence? Does she have any evidence showing that I received the clean out?
Okay.
That's what we're currently looking for now, to see if she did receive the clean out.
And I also have a question. In the lease it says that monthly there's a pest control fee. If there's a pest control fee, why is there still pests present, and why isn't there any preventative measures taken to ensure that if money is being paid for this service, why isn't it anybody making sure that they're not present?
Judge, how do you pronounce that last name? Judge Lee Fleischer. I've never heard of him. But that's awesome. I'm glad you came from that judge's channel. I'm gonna guess that is Judge Fleischer, and I know Judge Fleischer. I know him. He's a good guy. Maybe we know the same Judge Fleischer. That'd be so cool. It'd be such a small world if we knew the same Judge Fleischer. That'd be so cool. Yeah, I realized how bad that sounded. I was just trying to tease you, but yeah, no, Judge Fletcher is awesome.
Well, one, as is stated in your.
Also, I want ice cream now, so thank you, Mayor, for that. I want ice cream now. I haven't had ice cream in months, and now I want ice cream. So thank you so much for that.
Lease agreement that you sign, it states that you have to inform the the leasing office to let us know that you want to be placed on pest control. And it's also your responsibility to keep and maintain the cleanliness of your home. So again, I can't testify to why you're still having an infestation.
And if I was able to present proof that
Yeah, isn't that what we call Rocky Road? You will never look at Rocky Road the same again. You're welcome.
entire building that I'm in is infested, well, how would you go about that?
Yeah, I'm gonna object to the entire building. She can only present her unit. So I would
Yeah,
object
that's what
to anything.
I wouldn't be able to ask my neighbors to.
We would object to her neighbor.
Ma'am, if you didn't have someone prepared to testify at this time, then we need to move forward with the testimony that we have. But your neighbor's unit is separate from yours. And so there might be different conditions that have no bearing on yours. The level of cleanliness and different other factors might have a bearing. And so because you're the one who's suing, we need to examine what has happened with your unit and with what you've done and what they've done in response to things that you've told them. Okay?
Can I say something? No.
That's up to Ms. Barksdale.
No, ma'am.
No, I'm okay. Thank you. It's fine.
All right. Anything else at this time, Ms. Parker?
I don't have any other questions. Will I have a chance to just speak again?
Well, you can speak now if you want to.
Okay, excuse me. She stated that I think I don't remember which one of you said it, but y'all said that it's relating to my unit and the cleanliness as well as just my upkeep of the apartment, but they're outside as well. And there's like holes everywhere, and they're coming in and out from like there being openings for them to get in. And there's as well as there being mold in the windowsills and in the tubs, and just I don't know. It's just been a lot.
Right. So, anything else at this time?
Is there a way that I can present images
If you wish to, you can share screen, but I'm not sure if, how that works if the images are on your phone.
I sent them to my computer.
The only bugs that I've ever faced are fruit flies and ants. Never had an issue with anything else. Now, the house that I bought had a termite infestation before I bought it, and it was treated, so there were termite tracks everywhere, but I never saw one the entire time I lived there. But so ants and fruit flies are the only things I've ever had to deal with. Those were a pain in the ass. Fruit flies actually went away pretty quickly once I realized how to do it. But ants, I feel like ants just never stopped coming. I called an exterminator because I couldn't get rid of them myself, and they told me that I over baited them and I over sprayed, so it actually made them, like super ants. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. But yeah, those are the only two bugs I've ever really dealt with that I've actually bought spray for and actually had to do things to try to get rid of.
Okay.
Do you
Any objection, Ms. Barksdale?
None, Judge.
All right. Go ahead. You would pull them up first, and then share screen, because if whatever you share screen on, we're gonna see. So
do you know what I would click on in order to share my screen?
if you touch the screen on your computer, you should see at the bottom icons and one of them in green says share screen.
Okay, I see the arrow in the green. Okay.
Hey, what's up, Jen? Everyone go sub to Jen's channel. You should. You should. She does good stuff. She interviews a lot of people. She does. She
And
had
while we're doing that, Mr. Weinstein, did you and Ms. Walker come to an agreement?
yeah, every time I think that there's a long enough pause for me to talk without pausing, the judge talks over me. That's so rude, Judge. Stop. Yeah, Jen Hardy just interviewed Judge Boyd for the second or third time. I feel like she's a regular on your channel now. But yeah, go check out Jen's channel. She's awesome.
Ms. Walker, Mr. Weinstein?
Sorry, Your Honor.
That's okay.
I just stepped away for a minute.
Sometimes that's a good thing in
Hello.
the beginning.
Did you all reach an agreement?
We did, Your Honor. We've agreed on a consent judgment.
Okay. If y'all agree on the terms, go ahead and draft it, send it over to Ms. Walker, and then send it to me, and I'll sign it.
Okay, can I just make the announcement in court?
Sure.
All right, this is just a random, this hearing's going on forever, so judge just paused and took that case up. I think you guys heard what happened. Looking at legal stuff. Good to see you too. Another great channel out there. I'm sure you guys are already subscribed to Looking at Legal Stuff. She's, I don't know, 3 or 4 times as big as me now. But yeah, go check her channel out. She's awesome too. Also, great to see you looking at legal stuff. Also, Mimi, good to see you. Happy Friday to you too. All right, let's keep going with this one.
Okay, we've agreed that the consent judgment is going to be in the amount of $60,000 all in. And Ms. Walker is also agreeing to vacate the property on or before August 15th of 2024. And if she does not, then at that point in time, we would be able to request the court to issue a writ of possession. I will have my office go ahead and prepare a consent order. We will get an email to Ms. Walker I just wanted to make sure that it was announced in court just in case there are any issues in
All righty.
getting it. But that's all we got.
All right, Ms. Walker, does that make sense to you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, okay, then you all are excused at this time. Once I get the document, I'll go ahead and sign off on it. We'll file it and you'll each get a copy, okay?
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm sorry, Ms. Parker, you were gonna share screen?
Oh, my goodness. And you know where it's really bad? 70.
Hearing somebody else. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was on mute. I was speaking. I was saying, yes, I'm pulling it up now.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know where mine came from. They weren't from the drain. I actually did a little mason jar with, what was it, apple cider vinegar and Dawn dish soap, and they disappeared within a day. Yeah, that's what I did to get rid of mine. But yeah, they weren't coming from the drain. But I don't keep fruit or much, and I don't really keep much food on the actual counters, so I still have no idea where they came
Can
from.
you
So maybe it
guys
was the drain.
see?
I see your, like, so that's what I was saying. You need to pull the pictures up,
Mhm.
and click on those, for us.
Can you see this?
I just see small, tiny pictures. I see what you're showing us, but
For all you weirdos out there, I've already looked at these pictures to make sure they were safe. Otherwise, I would have blurred this out. So if anyone's pausing and trying to zoom in, nothing except for pictures of our apartment on here. So it's already safe for YouTube.
I just see tiny pictures.
Mm. Okay, what about this? Can you see this?
I just see tiny picture, like a series of tiny pictures.
Okay, it says pause. Um, it says that your screen sharing is paused. I'm trying to see how do I unpause it. It's a orange.
I didn't do anything, so I don't know how to.
Hey, I crossed that line. Was it 2 weeks ago when I accidentally showed some nudity on a video? And yeah, you missed it. It was out there for about 3 hours before I finally read a comment that said it was there, and I edited it out. So you missed it. Hopefully that never happens again. So yeah, it happened.
Can you see now? It's
I
green.
just still see the small pictures.
It's paused. 1 second.
All right, I don't see anything at this time. Is there anything else that you have, ma'am?
What
Okay,
about-
I see a video.
This is some water damage, and it took a while for them to come out. It was gushing from up under.
Oh no, was that oh no, that was today. Oh man. No, I did not see it. Don't spoil it for me. Do not spoil it for me. First off, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, I did not watch Judge Simpson much today. I was bouncing around everywhere. I actually got caught up with three different really long hearings, and I grabbed all three of those, and that took up pretty much all of my day. Oh, I forgot that one was here. Okay, no spoilers, no spoilers. I'm gonna go watch it after the stream tonight, and I'm gonna play it over the weekend. Thank you for Judge Simpson who doesn't delete his videos right away. But again, thank you so much for the super chat.
There, and it was hot water. Okay, how can you turn it off? Because I'm not even seeing what it's called. Okay.
All right.
And then is it still sharing?
No, ma'am.
Oh. Mm. Can you see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think I could just do it like that. Move these out. I'm sorry for the delay. This is water dripping after the gush came from this fire detector in the second bedroom.
Okay.
Okay. And then the first video I showed, this is when the maintenance guy came out and he had to first I had to put down newspapers to stop it because it was gushing out so bad. And this is the part that he had to replace. I think he said something along the lines of that. I think it was a valve. He said that.
Okay, but you don't have to tell us what he
Okay.
said. You're showing us the pictures.
Okay, that's the part he had to fix on the first video I showed up under the cabinet.
Okay, so you said that there was damage to your property. Do you
Yes,
have pictures that show that?
I don't have any pictures of the property. I just have pictures of the stuff happening. It's
Never
been
took a picture of your bed, never took a picture of your sofa.
I took pictures of the stuff as I seen it happening, like the bugs crawling and the water gushing, not
Not
the
any damage to the particular property item.
no.
Okay, all right. Anything else at this time, Ms. Parker?
Uh
That is judge talk for, okay, I'm about to rule in this case. You don't need to talk anymore. Stop wasting all of our time. No, she's not going to do that. Also, why are you showing the part that he fixed? I mean, if there was water damage, the landlord is not saying there wasn't water damage. They agreed that water was in your apartment, but you need to show the damages. That's what you're here. You're suing them for $100,000. You need to prove that you have $100,000 worth of damage. And all she's doing is coming like, all right, well, I've got water in my apartment. I've got bugs in my apartment. Okay, you're not answering any questions. You didn't come with any damages.
yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Any questions for Ms. Parker, Ms. Barksdale?
Well, I do have one more thing to say. I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, when I first moved in, they give a paper for me to state everything that is wrong, and the things that I wrote down, they had never came out and fixed. And well, they sent the guy out, and I don't think he no longer works here, but when the duration of him working here,
This is not a landlord tenant case. You are being evicted, but this is a case because you're suing them. You're suing them. You got to change your mindset here, lady. You got to change your mindset.
he never came back to fix anything.
Okay. All right. Did you have anything else at this time?
No, not at this time.
All right. Ms. Barksdale, did you have anything else at this time?
Miss Ashley. Miss Ashley, you're on mute.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let her go then. Can I go after her?
Okay, Ms. Barksdale, I think what I didn't get was what is the amount of the
That's what I was trying to get
the-
to Judge. Miss Ashley, what is owed from August 2023 through July 31st, 2024? What's the total owed on this account?
All right, maybe they did tie this into the landlord tenant case. I kind of forget how this ended. I'm not gonna lie. So I thought this was just the lawsuit case, but nope, we're going forward with the eviction case too. So sorry about my previous comments.
She
Rate of
currently,
1720.
yes, ma'am, she currently owes $23,194.06 as of today.
And if you were asking for a writ on August the 8th, which will be 7 days, that would be 1720 divided by 31 days. That's 55.48 a day times 8. That's 443.87. And without any other fees with the utilities, that would be 23,194.06. That would be 23,638.03. 23,638.03 through August the 8th, with just rent and no other fees for August.
Yes.
Okay. All right, right. Anything else, Miss Parker?
Um, okay, when I was asking questions, I didn't get to state that that I have not had any clean out as far as her saying that that's what they do for bugs. I wasn't even aware that that was a thing. Every time I requested pest control, they just came and sprayed and put bait down, as well as um it's just been a lot of wear and tear on my mental state. It has affected me greatly, and I've been harassed. It was one property manager that has came out with a man and jumped the balcony and was banging on the windows and doors.
Yeah, I'm
And-
gonna object to that. We don't know who it is, and nobody's here to testify.
I have a picture of them walking, and
All
I
right.
Hearsay, Judge.
So, Miss Parker, I think we're getting a little far afield from what's going on. Okay, so this is what the court is considering. The fact that you've been in this place without a lease since January 24th of 2024, that you failed to pay rent on a month-to-month basis. So essentially, when you're month-to-month, it means that you have not signed a new lease.
Beverly, I'm so sorry. I meant to call you out the next time I paused because you sent this right when I finished pausing. So, Beverly, I really hope you're still here. Thank you so much for the 7 months. That is awesome. 7 great months. And again, sorry I was delayed on congratulating you and thanking you for the membership milestone. Okay, let's go.
But the same terms apply as the old lease. The only thing that changes is the notice provision, and the amount of time that they have to give you to get out of the apartment if they want to evict you, or if they want to end the lease contract. But if they want to evict you, they can do so for failure to pay. In Georgia, the law is that if you are occupying a property, then as long as you occupy the property and they can't rent it to somebody else, you owe the rent. Now, if there are issues with the property and you spend money to correct those issues, or the property is such that you can't live there and you have to leave, then you can get damages for as an offset to what is owed on the rent. So if you already owe rent and you're still in the property, but you're not paying that rent, the amount is still going up of what you owe. If you have given them notice of something and they haven't fixed it, and you've had to fix it yourself, then you can get an offset against that rent, but you probably don't have I'm gonna tell you, you don't have enough to equal $100,000. What you've shown me is that when you gave them notice of the water issue, someone did come out and he was replacing a valve or some part of the system where the water issue was addressed. So you gave them notice, there's a water issue in my place, someone came out and addressed it. You have pictures of that. You also said that for pest control, that you were being charged a fee for pest control. You spent money on pest control. The things that they didn't assist you with getting rid of the insects, and you spent $120. So far, you've established damages of $120. You haven't been able to give me any information with respect to your clothes. You testified that you suffered $10,000 in damages, but you didn't take any pictures of them. You didn't give a receipt for the bed that you had. The timeline seems a little iffy, and a $6,000 bed seems a little bit excessive. And you're not able to pay $1,700 a month in rent. So I'm just gonna be honest with you.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
All right. The judge is laying it down right now. Good for Judge. Like, I mean, what would happen if she's like, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm gonna give you this $100,000. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the tenants that would just file these random lawsuits in Georgia? It would be appealed for sure, but yeah, I mean, what did she think was what was the best case that was gonna happen here? I want to know what was going through her head. Maybe I'll get 25,000 and be able to pay off this rent and stay here. Maybe that's what she was hoping. I have no idea. Also, the reason I paused it is Jamie, thank you so much for the super chat and or sorry, the Venmo. And no, you rock, Jamie. You rock. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, let's go.
Hold on, from a practical standpoint. You've shown the damage. I didn't get anything else about any lasting water damage. But as a practical matter, I'll give you $500 as an offset on your counterclaim to the $23,638.03 that you owe. So the judgment would be in the amount of $23,138.03. And you've been in the place without paying since January of 2024. That's a breach of the lease agreement because you failed to pay, but you didn't leave the premises. As a result, the court is going to issue a writ of possession to the plaintiffs, Phoenix Partners, for you to leave the location within 7 days, which would be on August 8th of 2024.
Can I speak now?
Yes, ma'am.
I was under the impression from the Georgia Tenant Handbook, I believe that's what it's called, that I can withhold rent when they're not handling repairs.
Ma'am.
Unless
it's changed since I was in magistrate court, no ma'am.
The Georgia Tenant Handbook. This is a new one. Is this a thing in Georgia? You guys have tenant handbooks? I'm sure there are, these handbooks in each states, that for general rights of tenants for those who are, going through an eviction or just mildly interested in what your right is as a tenant. Like I would be. It would be something I would read, but yeah, it's like when soft sits try to recite or cite the Black's Law Dictionary, you still have to have the proper foundation, like not foundation, but you have to use it the correct way. You can't just wait till the end after the judge makes the ruling and say, "Well, I read this in the Georgia Tenant Handbook, so I win $100,000. Pay me now, please." Isn't it trifle? It may or may not be indestructible. Cannot confirm or deny that.
You can make repairs and you can withhold the amount that you spent, but you can't withhold the total amount and still remain in the property.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Anything else, Ms. Barksdale? Am I incorrect in anything? Because I'm sure you'll correct it.
Well, I'm gonna have to let you have it today. We would ask for the appeal provision in the order, Judge. Do you want me to prepare the order or would you like to prepare it?
You can prepare it.
Okay, I will send it to Val.
All right. And so, Ms. Parker, the appeal required you to put money into the record of into the registry of the court. If you plan on appealing this, I'm telling you, you need to pay the $1,700 a month into the record of the court. You need to catch up the $23,138.03 that the court granted in judgment, and then pay any additional monthly amounts until such time as the case is resolved fully.
So if I pay the money into the, what did you say it's called again, please?
The court's registry. So you would have to pay the entire judgment of $23,138.03, and then each month after that, you'd have to pay the $1,700 monthly rent in order to maintain the appeal. If it's not paid, your appeal won't go forward and my judgment will stand.
Okay, I understand. And as far as The Georgia Tenant Handbook, is there any way, okay, is there any way that I can show proof of that information I found?
Ma'am, I can't tell you what the Georgia Tenant Handbook says. What I know the law to be is that if you have an issue that you've given them notice of and they have not addressed it, and then you've taken your money or your effort to correct that issue, you can withhold that portion that matches the amount that you spent or paid someone to do it. But you didn't pay somebody $23,000, meaning that you withholding everything since January. Now, if I've incorrectly stated the law, Ms. Barksdale, as an officer of the court, you will correct me. Is that correct?
They're paying rent as a separate covenant from repairs.
Yeah, she's not gonna be able to push us out any further. She's not gonna. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she has the $23,000. Now, judge keeps saying you haven't paid rent since January. It's been for a year. But she keeps saying since January. But maybe that's when her lease ended, and that's why she's saying that. I don't know. Anyways, we're moving to the end of the video. There's only about 2 or 3 minutes left. I just looked. I don't have any streams that I could raid right now. So I feel like KCC is going on shortly. I don't know what time she's starting, but it's not even on my list. So I don't know. Hopefully in the next 2 minutes somebody pops up and we can raid them. Otherwise, we'll just call it a night and jump over into the Discord. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you again, Big In, for the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for the super chats, the gifted memberships, the membership milestones, the Venmo. You guys are awesome. All right, that's all I got. So if I don't see anything pop up in the next 2 minutes, then we'll just jump over to Discord. You guys are awesome, and I will see you tomorrow. Until next time, bye.
You're expected to pay the rent. You're expected for us to do the repairs, but you cannot withhold rent for repairs to remain in the property.
Yes, ma'am. It works differently in other states, but here in Georgia, if you're in possession of the property,
Wait, KCC starting in 5 minutes? Does that mean I need to kill 5 minutes to wait? Is that right? Is she starting in 5 minutes? I'm gonna keep it paused, and I'm gonna go look because I feel like even if she was starting in 5 minutes, it still should pop up on my list. It's not on my list as even upcoming. No, it does say 9:20. It says 9:20 when I open YouTube, but when I open my redirect tab, no, there it is. Maybe I just had to refresh. All right, we're going to KCC, 9:20. So I got to kill 4 minutes. I'm gonna let this video play, and then I'll pause it, and I don't know. We'll figure out a way to kill a couple minutes when this video is over. But thank you, Polka.
you have to pay rent.
Okay.
So that's why I treated these things separately. Their claim for rent, your claim for damages. I heard your claim for damages. I took what you have proven in damages. I applied that against the rent owed. I gave you an offset, but it still equates to $23,138.03.
Okay.
All right. Ms.
Thank you,
Barksdale,
Judge.
you're welcome. If you'll prepare the order and the writ.
I will.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Mhm.
You're excused at this time unless you have some.
No, and I was muted. Hey, I just saved myself, 10 seconds while doing that. Anyways, what I meant to say was I was hoping the video went for another minute or two. It did not. But Legal Fiction, thank you so much for the 6 months. That's awesome. 6 months. Happy year. Let's go. All right. I do have something I want to show. I've been trying to figure out where I can put this. Let me know. Hold on. How long is it? Oh, this is perfect. A minute and 44 seconds.
Well,
All right. Bottom right. Bottom right. So I want to figure out what I can do with this because I it is actually kind of sad. I find it funny. Probably shouldn't, but I do. Oh, we got more people coming in. Always good for a pause. Thank you so much, Legal Fiction. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat. That is generous of you. Thank you. And Drunk Beaver, buy some time PSA, check fire alarm batteries. Yeah, just turn my camera on and walk around my apartment and check my fire alarm battery. Yeah, there we go. Thank you both, J Hart and Legal Fiction. I appreciate it. All right, this is weird. This is weird, and I shouldn't find this as funny as I do. Let me see what you guys think about this. Bottom right. It is not her case, by the way, but we're looking at the defendant in the bottom right, the person in the orange.
$2,500 bail on the 2016, I believe, pending DUI, and $2,500 bail on the 2009 DUI. And the reason for that, Your Honor, is to yet again give the defendant an incentive to return back to court. The reason the state isn't asking for a no bail warrant on the 2009 DUI is because the defendant, at least in the state of Washington, hasn't picked up any new criminal charges since the 2016 DUI.
All right, thank you. And Ms. Alt, anything further from you?
No.
All right. All right, Mr. McDaniel, almost looks like a fish. You want to call out the Nisqually and have them take control of their camera?
All right. That was it. Now you understand why I have no idea where I could possibly place that, but I don't. It's I feel like there was some kind of maybe drugs or MH issue going on there, but every time I see that I laugh, and when I start laughing out loud, I feel bad. Like I shouldn't be laughing. Like she's going through something. Like, come on. You guys want to see it again? I know you guys want to see it again.
All right, Mr. McDaniel, almost looks like a fish. You want to call out the Nisqually and have them take control of their camera?
All right. Yeah. Hey, that was good. Maybe that's all I needed. That was a good time waster. But seriously, I feel bad that I laugh so hard at that every time I see it. But again, I want to use that as one of those little clips I put in between videos, or when someone says something and like, "What are you talking about?" and then show that. But I'm gonna have to be very careful because I don't want to cross a line of pushing to not be funny. Anyways, Sparkle Poots, thank you so much for the pause fund and the $2 super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Sparkle and Mayor Caboose. Oops, wrong channel. Yes, thank you so much, Mayor. I appreciate it. And we did it. Hopefully she has started. Hopefully she's not running late because I don't have anything else. So I'm gonna bring up my last video. And pretty much right when I'm bringing up, the intro is gonna play, or not the intro, the outro. So you guys have a great rest of your evening, and hopefully the fish doesn't give you nightmares for the rest of the evening, or when you go to sleep. It's Friday night. My week's just about over, so pardon my words. Anyways, until next time. Bye. Oh, we're going to KCC. Tell her I said hi. Okay. Now until next time. Bye.
For the court.
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
I think thank you all for your patience. I think we're down to the last case, which